Hello and welcome back to another video. It's another episode of the Nathan Holt podcast with Sam. And luckily enough, we've managed to get Danny Kedwell, Ebbsfleet legend, Gills legend, also played for Wimbledon. So big thanks to Danny for coming on. How are you doing, Danny?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. Thank you. Yeah, cheers for having me.
How have you been coping during lockdown?
The first 5 weeks was all right, to be fair. But I'm getting to the stage now, I'm getting really pissed off, to be honest.
Yeah, I think you all are.
I think you're all right, mate. I think everyone is, isn't there?
Yeah,
There's more people out there, so...
Yeah, people are breaking it, yeah.
I don't know.
Danny, in your early part of your career, you went to quite a few different clubs in and around non-league. Was it hard to keep going to different clubs in so many years?
Yeah, it was. Listen, I was young and a bit naive. I liked to go out with my mates a lot when I was younger, 16, 17. And it weren't until I was about 19, 18, 19, can't remember what age it was, but it was around then. And I realised I've got to start knuckling down and do something with my life, really. But before then, I was just playing for anyone and everyone, really. And just stupid, like going out and stuff with my mates and getting in trouble and stuff like that. So I went a bit down the wrong path.
What made you knuckle down, like, really?
My wife, really, meeting my missus and having my first boy, Harvey. Like, he's 15 now, so I think I had a bit of priority to look after my boy and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, grow up a bit. I had him at a young age, so like 21, but I met my missus a year and a bit before that, so it was about 19. So yeah, meeting someone that got hold of me and sorted me out, really.
Obviously, moving on in your career, you obviously started scoring quite a few goals for Herne Bay, and you got to move up to Welling. What was that like? Was that a big step up for you then?
Yeah, that was a couple, really. That's when I started knuckling down and realising that I could do something with myself. Do you know what I mean? So I think I got 28 goals that year, something around that. And then Jason Ellis, the manager, just said that Welling have come in for you. This is as far as I can go to take you. You've got to go up a couple of leagues and prove it up there, which I think you can. So it was, and I knew AD anyway because I was at Gillingham as a kid. So I was on trial when he was playing then. So I had that connection with him a bit, which was good. Do you know what I mean? So, and then I had 2 great seasons there.
Yeah, you were prolific there as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, go on.
And then after that, you moved on to Grays. I think it was for about 12. I don't really know the sum, but for a bit of money involved with the transfer fee. Did you feel like there was a bit of pressure on you as you had a big transfer fee behind you?
No, not really. Because I didn't know what the sort of money it was because it was a tribunal. Because I was under 24. Didn't know until like 4 or 5 months after that it was like £12,000, I think, for the tribunal.
Yeah, I think it was something about around that. Yeah. Yeah.
So literally going from part-time training on a Tuesday and Thursday and working all week, which I was used to going full-time, that's what I found difficult because it was like more fitness. It was like, good God, what's going on? It like completely different. Which I didn't expect. I just thought I'd go there because I was young still, I'd be fit, but not realising that I have to work harder and train a bit harder to be in that level. Do you know what I mean? Which, like the first year I was there, I finished top goal scorer on 15 or something, but I didn't really play either because Justin Edinburgh was there and I was playing under him a lot. Then he got sacked, and then the new manager, and then we had so many different managers like coming in and out, and I just unsettled me a bit.
Did it take some time to adjust to full time then, from obviously previously being on part time for all your career?
Yeah, it was completely different. It was tough, and obviously I'm playing with players that have been in that league for quite a long time, or they've come from the football league. So it was something like that to work even harder for. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Obviously, after Grays, you signed for Wimbledon. You were very prolific there. Why do you think you scored so many goals at Wimbledon?
I just loved the club. It was such a good club.
Big club for that level at the time, yeah.
Yeah, and obviously, like I said, I was full-time, and then I went back to part-time within a year or so, year and a bit. For the first year we was there in the Conference South. And then it was just their story behind everything, of their club getting taken and had to start again. They started right at the bottom. And it just drew me to them that I want to get them being part of that, getting them back into the Football League. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And obviously you got back to the conference.
Yeah.
You had one of your, obviously as someone as a football fan, taking that massive penalty. What are you thinking about when you're about to step up at the Etihad to take that penalty?
Do you know what? I didn't have no nerves. I just knew it was our time.
Yeah.
It was meant to be. It was really weird, like, because they brought a book out. Like before I took my penalty, I turned around to the lads as I walked up to walk up, and I said, "This is our time." I just knew it was our time, and there's a book out now. To be fair, they've got a book out called "This Is Our Time," and just even before the penalty, I was hoping that Luke Halsey would score, so I could be the hero. Do you know? Weird.
Yeah.
Really weird. I've never ever felt like that before in a penalty shootout. Do you know what I mean? It was like, you don't want to go up and take one, you'd rather not. But for that some reason, it was like, I'm gonna be the hero. Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna put them back in the Football League.
Yeah.
It was a special day.
Was it? Well, I'm sure there were some good celebrations after that game.
Right, do you know what? I think for the build up through it, because we was there 2 days before. So we went on the Thursday and we trained on the Friday at the Etihad. And then Friday evening we had done our own stuff and then obviously the game Saturday. And then for 2 hours, I was in for a drugs test after the game. So literally I picked the cup up, gone in, like two of theirs, 2 of ours, and I could not wait, mate. I was there for 2 hours. I was drinking. They wouldn't let me have a beer, like to have non-alcoholic and water. And then when I drank so much, I went in the changing room on my own. There was no one in there at all. The cup weren't there, no boys waiting for me. It was on the coach, waiting for me on the coach. And that ruled my night, because honestly, I was in the toilet every 10 minutes, going a wee. Oh, my whole night. Everyone's going, "Are you all right, mate?" I was like, "I've got to go wee again." Usually I come out, get back to the bar, wee again.
And obviously,
I had so much water in me, I couldn't even get drunk.
and obviously after that game, you got an offer from your boyhood club. Was it tough to leave Wimbledon after obviously being part of the journey to getting back to the Football League? Was it tough to, obviously your boyhood club?
Yeah. It was the only club that I would have gone to, like left to go to. Obviously, I've watched them since I was 3 years old. Do you know what I mean? So I had offers from other clubs during that season. Do you know what I mean? And even the Championship clubs and stuff were like sniffing. And I was like, I'm not going anywhere. I want to stay here. I want to blah blah blah. But the only club I told my agent, I said the only club that I'd ever go to is Gillingham. The only time I'd leave Wimbledon, because I loved it there that much. So when they come calling, I was on holiday in Florida, and I got the call, and literally like the chairman told me I had to put a transfer request in. So I put the transfer request and turned my phone off for 2 weeks. just left it, mask thinking, "Oh God, I'm going to get killed here."
Was there a bit of bad reaction from the Wimbledon fans after putting a transfer request in on them?
Yeah, there was a bit, yeah. Because on the Sunday we went back to the stadium and I had done a speech on the pitch and it was like packed with fans, and I was like, couldn't wait to get ready to play in the Football League, like the first game back in it. And I'm glad that I'm going to lead them and stuff like that. And then to leave and put that transfer request in, but the chairman said that's what I've got to do.
Yeah, that's
so hard. I didn't want to do that, but I think until I should have kept my phone on, because when I turned it back on and there was obviously loads of papers and that wanted to speak to me and stuff like that. It wasn't until I explained to them what the reasons and why that's the only club, and obviously the club come out and said that I did turn down clubs to stay there. And that was the only club I go for. I think they understood a bit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I got absolutely abused my first game back there. Wow. But then after that, they was good as gold. So I think they just give it to me for one game, and then there was good as gold after that.
How do you actually deal with the abuse? Because obviously you get quite a lot of stick from like Maidstone fans, and how do you deal with that, especially when on the pitch where you just zone out?
I thrive off it. Like, I even tell people, like, they do it on Twitter and stuff. I was like, mate, just be quiet, because the more you do it to me, more I'm gonna want to win.
I love the video where they're singing a song about you and then you just score the header. That's one of my favourite videos of the season.
That's what I'm saying. Like, be quiet, mate, because it might not happen. Do you know what I mean? I've never ever, like, I don't understand why the Maidstone fans do that. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if it was the playoff final where we lost, and obviously I scored 2 penalties and missed one in the actual penalty shootout. But from then it was like, it just, I don't know, hated me for some reason. I was like, mate, I got you promoted for missing.
I think it's maybe because Maidstone fans have this like weird obsession with Gillingham, and they think there's a rivalry there, but they haven't played in like 30 years. So they think there's some sort of rivalry there, but they've only played them in the Kent Senior Cup.
But mate, there's been loads of Gillingham ex-players played there, and they don't give it as much as them as they do me. So
right, fair enough.
Going back to Gillingham, you won the League Two title with them. What an achievement that was!
Yeah, that's unbelievable, mate. For obviously, like I say, a couple that I've always had close to all my life, and obviously in my time of growing up, I've never seen him win a league. I've seen him win playoffs. Yeah. I think it was like 50 years. So to be a part of that and be the person that actually got us promoted and scored a goal in the second goal to get us champions, you know what I mean? So you can't, they're dreams that everyone wants. I mean, anyone who loves football. So it was a great achievement, and I'll never forget that atmosphere. Even the party after was unbelievable.
I presume it was better than the Wimbledon one.
Yeah, I was allowed to get drunk.
And obviously, you went up to League One with Gillingham and you scored a few goals. What was that, obviously making a step up to League One? Was that a good experience for you?
Yeah, it's like, I don't know why, I test myself as being underrated myself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not that sort of person where I think I'm the best. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's players out there that they thrive thinking they're the best, and that's how they get the best out of themselves. It's where me, I always think I'm not the best. I've got to work harder, and I've got to do this, and I've got to do things much more than what other people are doing to get the best out of me. It's a weird one. It's like, I don't know why I feel that, but like, I always think the other centre forward is much better than me, and I've got to be better than him. Do you know what I mean? Like, work harder to make myself better than him. But yeah, like 3.5 years I was there, I was top goal scorer every year. So it's a massive achievement for me, and something I'll always be proud of because of the club that I love. So yeah, it was good. The third half the season I was there before I come to Ebbsfleet, that was hard to take because I didn't know what was going on. Yeah. There was something going behind my back that I think they just wanted everyone from the previous year or 2 years out. They wanted new blood in, do you know what I mean? But I didn't know why, because I was top goal scorer and I weren't playing and things. I was like, why are they dropping me? You just don't understand that, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But listen, I had it at Ebbsfleet as well, under Gary, so you're top goal scorer and you're getting dropped and not playing, do you know what I mean? So you know it's coming up. At that time, that's the first time it's ever happened to me. So when it happened at Ebbsfleet, I knew what was coming, do you know what I mean? I knew what was coming.
So when we talk about Ebbsfleet, when you signed for them back in 2015, what was the ambitions of the club? What did they sort of say to you they wanted the club today.
Do you know what? It's weird. Where I had the meeting with Wimbledon when I first went there, what they wanted to achieve, it was exactly the same, mate. And I buzzed off it because the experience I went through Wimbledon, that Ebbsfleet had never been in the Football League. They wanted to be there. They had a bit of a back-in. And it pushed me to that because I was going to sign for Portsmouth. And I turned Portsmouth down to come to Ebbsfleet. Just because of that, because I thrived. I loved every minute at Wimbledon because of the journey. And I was like, I want to do that again. And the players that were coming in and signing and things like that, I was like, I want to do this again. But unfortunately, it didn't work this time.
Was it quite a hectic time? Because when you came in, Jamie Day was manager, and there was kind of like, also I was a bit younger then, but we were signing a ridiculous amount of players. Was it kind of weird when so many players were actually coming in?
Yeah. Listen, I don't know the story behind it, but I think, if he'd have had another year, I think we'd have done the same or got promoted. I just think, obviously, it was Christmas time. Sometimes it takes time to gel these players. Because when I signed, there was 4 of us signed at one time. 4 or 5. Sure there was. Was it like me, Tom Bonner, Stewie Lewis, Theo Lewis, wasn't it?
Yeah, some good players.
There was 5 of us. It was 5, like, that's half of your team. And there was more, I think.
Yeah, some good players not even getting on the bench.
Yeah, so I think there was even more. So I think from the players that there were before and then these new players coming in, there was a bit of a divide. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think it was the way Daisy set us up or his thing. I just think they weren't that togetherness. Do you know what I mean? Okay. I think there was a divide of new boys and the old boys.
Yeah.
But right, they're proper legs. Do you know what I mean? They're top boys. But I don't think we was a knit. Do you know what I mean? Because you've got all these new boys coming in. They was probably thinking, they were massive money. We were on this month. Like, you know what I mean? So it was that bit of thing, I think. But that's why Daisy didn't do too great.
And then, obviously, Macca came in the season after. And that was obviously... We did really well that season. But, you know, at the end of the season, we kept drawing games and missed the title to Sutton. And then, obviously, unfortunately, we lost in the playoff final as well. What was that like? Obviously, working so hard, you know, thinking, we're going to get to the National League. And then, obviously, unfortunately, you missed that pen for the in the final against Maidstone.
Yeah, I just think that season, we would dominate every game. There was not a game where we got dominated.
Teams would just come and park the bus against us.
Yeah, and it was like, if we didn't take our chances, we'd get punished. Do you know what I mean? It was like, and you end up drawing a game. You think, and we used to go in going, how have we drawn that game? It was like that whole season, like, how have we drawn that? Or how have we even lost that? Do you know what I mean? It's just like, Darryl used to do stats, and there was one game, I can't remember where it was. I think we had like 28 shots, and we lost 2-1. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like a FIFA scenario.
Yeah, it was crazy, mate. I was thinking, good God, mate. Like, how are we not winning these games? We should be winning these games by ease. Do you know what I mean? It was frightening. I think the only game that whole season we struggled was Sutton away that year.
Yeah, I remember that game. They were a very solid side. That with your now manager Doswell. He was a good side there.
But that was the only game I could say that we struggled with. But apart from that, I think we dominated. Even at home, we beat them and we dominated that game. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there were some games we was knocking people off the park. Do you know what I mean? Like Bishop Stortford 8-1, things like that. So it was difficult that year because when we got to the playoffs, I was thinking, no, we're going to win this. Like, and with 10 minutes left in extra time, and 2-1 up. Do you know what I mean? And 3 things or 4 things should have happened for that even to get them to get a chance.
Yeah, it was
like
Lucas goal.
Like Matty Godden had it in the corner, he could have just knocked it off or held it a bit longer, and he didn't. He got it nicked, and then there could have been blocks or crosses, and it just like. And when it went in, I was thinking, "Oh mate, we don't need this." Like I had a feeling, especially the third penalty I had in the game as well. And listen, he done well because he just stood there. And where normally a goalkeeper dives, and I couldn't believe that he just stood there and hit him in the eye.
Yeah. What were you thinking? Obviously, you spoke about what you were thinking when you went up to the Wimbledon penalty. What were you thinking? Did you have a different mindset when you to that penalty, or just the same thing of just like, I'll just close it?
No, do you know what? This one, I was thinking, because I scored 2 penalties in the game.
Yeah.
And obviously, I went to the left of him in the first penalty, and then I smashed him the second one, which was straight up high. I just thought he's going to dive. He's going to dive on this one because so I'll go straight down the middle again. That's what I thought. I'm going to go straight down the middle. He's going to dive.
Yeah, it's unusual for a keeper to just sit down the middle, isn't it? Yeah,
especially in a penalty shootout. And I just couldn't believe it. Honestly, I was like, I can't believe he's just stood there. But it was just, I think that was just that whole season like that. I luck went back with us a bit.
Yeah.
And I think like the following year, obviously, in the final, we had that bit of luck. Obviously, Cookie getting sent off. I had to go off. I had operation 5 days before. Do you know what I mean? In my arm.
Yeah.
So it was. We had that little bit of luck, more luck than we did the year before. Which
I think that was just a much better vibe the season after. Like, it didn't feel like we'd lost obviously like the season before we'd lost the sort of the title after being so good with you, like Matty Godden up top just banging in goals, and then the season after, of course, like I think because we got that bit of momentum, we beat Maidenhead, and we were going in the playoffs thinking, we were close to the title, but we done all we can. And obviously the Chelmsford game, do you think the red card actually rejuvenated the squad a little bit and stirred?
Yeah, it does. It pushes it a little bit more. And obviously I weren't 100% because I was worried that I was going to fall on my arm. Do you know what I mean? Like, it weren't 3, 4, 5 weeks after the operation. It was like 5 to 6 days. I even played in the semi-final second leg. We had
like literally no strikers, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I had the operation on the Friday, and on the Tuesday we played him in the second leg, wasn't it? So we played him at home on the Saturday first.
Yeah, Hampton, I think. Yeah,
Hampton, yeah. On the Saturday, Tuesday, he was like, go on the bench. He was like, we might need you. I was like, good God, mate, I'm only operation. I'm meant to be out for the rest of the season. I mean, but that's the sort of person I am. I try and play through anything because I just love playing football. Do you know what I mean? So it was a risk, and I'm glad I didn't do anything more harmless. So, but I think the second year, I think we had a bit more up front. Do you know what I mean? It's where the year before it was only me and Matty Godden.
We had sort of
me and him scoring. It was like if me and him were not playing, someone had to take the load off, or I had to do it on my own, or Matty we got injured. If me and him weren't,
there was a lot more quality. I think like Sam Deering, Drury came in January.
Yeah,
Ricky was also good that season, and obviously Darren McQueen as well. So there was a lot more attacking.
Yeah, and we had Darren McQueen, me, Bubsy. Do you know what I mean? It was like, and we was all scoring goals to win us games. Do you know what I mean? I know Bubsy didn't play as much, or Darren, but they in certain games like the Bath game away, Bubsy come on and scored. Do you know what I mean? We win 1-0.
Yeah,
we had that year. As where the year before it was like, if me and Matty ain't scoring, where are we getting goals from?
I know I've said the red card actually rejuvenated the squad, but what was Macca's half-time team talk? Obviously, after last year, having a red card at half-time, what did he say at half-time?
Do you know what? I went in, I didn't actually hear his team talk because I come in and I went to James the physio, to take my finger because it was too tight on my arm, the cast thing he put round. I said, it's too tight. And he unwrapped it, and Darryl come in and went, don't worry about that, you're coming off. Literally just walked off. And I was like, what? I was like, all right. To be fair, I was like, it makes sense. I've not played for 5-6 weeks.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It made sense. But it was just a shock how he come in and was like, don't worry about it, you're coming off. And then walked off. And then I didn't hear nothing. I just stayed in there. Do you know what I mean? And then when he done his team talk, I just went in and said, come on, boys. Do you know what I mean? Done a little bit of talk. Like I always used to talk to lads and that. Do you know what I mean? And then really looking after Cookie, really, because he was like in a breakdown, mate. especially towards the end of the game, he was like in there, he was walking up and down, he was jumping on the thing, he was going, what's going on, what's going on? I remember going in up to him once and I said, oh no, we're 2-0 down, mate. Mate, his face. But yeah, I was looking after him. He was going insane, mate.
Not surprised.
But yeah.
And then the season after in the National League, it was, you know, unbelievable to even get in the playoffs, and then that night in Aldershot, and then get into the semi-finals. And at some points in that semi-final, you know, I thought we was going to win the game, and we went 2-1 up. And then it just wasn't meant to be. But what did you think about that season?
Oh, it was a great season, that. I think the format of them playoffs killed us, to be fair.
Yeah.
Obviously, like, going into extra time on Wednesday, penalties. Thursday you have off. Friday you're back travelling up to Tranmere to play on a Saturday at 12 o'clock. Like,
yeah.
So as soon as that went into extra time, you could even. I watched it the other day, to be fair, and you could just you could just see that we was gone, mate. Our legs were just.
Everyone was so tired.
Body, yeah. Do you know what I mean? Even Dave at the end getting sent off, like, you can just tell, like, his head's gone. He was like, everyone's, honestly, on the way home on the coach, mate, I must say there were probably only one or two that were asleep. We was just gone. It was just gone, mate. My body was in bits.
Yeah, that's the only thing with that format. It's because they've got to get to that Wembley day. It's so compact. Yeah. Obviously, you have the Wednesday game. If that was another Saturday after, it probably would have been a different game, because obviously we were trying to be just counter-attacking them. Yeah,
I think so. And we had our momentum going as well. Like, the end of that season, going into the playoffs, we were magnificent. Like, we were just popping teams off the park, mate, like the way we was playing and the confidence we had in us. So I think not the quality lost us the game. I just think mentally and physically, you know what I mean? Like, we was just gone. Got to extra time, you could just see everyone's body was just like knocked down. But listen, we still went through it, and obviously them scoring that third goal in extra time, I just think, oh God, if we'd have got that, you get that bit of adrenaline back in you. Do you know what I mean?
It just felt like every time we scored, they'd seem to equalise. We didn't hold the lead long enough. Yeah,
I think so. And I think if it had been the other way around, I think if we'd have played at home, it would have been different as well.
Yeah.
I think we'd have done much better.
Going on to the next season, you spoke about obviously being left out by Gary Hill. That was a bit of a. We done well the season to finish 8th, but it was more of a sort of crazy season, that one, off the field as well.
Yeah, it was weird season, mate. Like, especially, I think it all changed with me and Gary at Chesterfield away. Do you know when we drew 3-3? Cheeky mistake.
Yeah, that was
So obviously, up to them games, I scored 5 and 4 games. I scored 5 and 4.
Yeah, had a good.
Always. Yeah, I had a really good period under him when he first come in, and then obviously he already told us that me, Cheeky, and Cody are gonna swap games. So I played the Eastleigh and someone else who was at home. Like 2 days later. Yeah, it was Braintree. Yeah. Sorry. I scored 2 against Braintree and scored 1 against Eastleigh, the winner, wasn't it? At the end. Yeah. So I knew on Boxing Day New Year's Day, I was going to be on the bench. And obviously Cheeky scored a penalty in that game. And then we went to Chesterfield and he scored another penalty in that game because he kept the same team, which is fair enough because we had a good result at Braintree. And then when we got that penalty right at the end, and I was on the pitch then, and I was like, how can I take it off him? He scored 2 penalties. If I miss, I look like an idiot. Do you know what I mean? Why have you not let Cheeky take it? He scored 2 pens, so I was like, Cheeky, take it. You ain't got no goalkeeper either, so I'm thinking, well, it's easy, innit? Do you know what I mean? And then when he missed, he absolutely went mental at me. Like, you're our leader. Like, why have you not took it off him and took it? Like, mate, he scored 2 penalties. Like, no matter either way, it wouldn't have mattered. Do you know what I mean? If he'd have scored, you wouldn't have said nothing. You'd fair play. So from then on, I think he just changed, like towards me. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. But then towards the end of the season, he started playing me again because he pulled me and he was like, "We need to play you. Like we need you to play." And I was thinking, mate, you've just mugged me off for like 2 months. And I said, like, the one that done it for me, mate, was the Wrexham game at home.
Yeah.
And we were obviously we didn't go and warm up and stuff, but we was like 3 or 4. Was it 4-1?
4-2. I think Gozy scored a late goal to finish it off. Yeah.
But at the time it was 4-1 before he made the third up, and that was my 200th appearance at home, and he still didn't put me on. Like I lost. I was like, mate, this is out of order, mate. Like my 200th game at home, and then he puts me on a bloody Maidstone for my 200th game. I mean, you want to be playing at home. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And from then on, I just thought, that's it. He's just like, this is done for me here. And then, like, the offer he offered me at the end of the season was just ridiculous. Like, no one would be able to live on it. So, it's a bit of a shame, really.
Yeah, shame the way. Obviously, that was a good squad, and how it ended that way was obviously sad. And obviously, it's shown this season, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's guttering, mate, because I wanted to finish my career there. Do you know what I mean? At Ebbsfleet, like I'm still a part of Ebbsfleet because I run the academy and stuff like that, and I've built a massive from where it was when I first got here, taking it over.
Yeah,
it's like I've got 200 more kids. Do you know what I mean? I've got over 30 odd kids in the scholars where they only used to have 15, 16. Do you know what I mean? So I've built something for them that I want to be a part of still. And I think last year, but obviously when I was there, I always made sure boys got involved and went in, done the mascots and things like that. But when I left, it was like I heard nothing. It was just like...
Yeah, we don't do that kind of stuff now, really, I don't think.
Yeah, just like all went. And I was just thinking, what is going on here? But this new man who's come in, like as soon as he come in, is it Darren? No.
Kevin. Yeah, Kev kind of rejuvenated a little bit again, to be fair.
No, who's the one who took Dave's job?
The Australian guy.
Yeah.
Damien Irvine, he's gone. Yeah.
So within 3 days of him being there, he's rung me up to go and meet him and explain to what. Do you know what I mean? So it's like he understands and wants.
Yeah, he's trying to build the connection back up with the fans. Yeah. I think in when we finished 8th, it kind of went a little bit, and it kind of got toxic between everyone in the club, and it's with Kev and Damien, it's starting to come back a little bit again. Yeah,
and that's a good thing, mate. And I'm buzzing with that because he didn't have to ring me. Do you know what I mean? He didn't have to get in contact with me. He could have just left there it was. But when I spoke to him, he wants to get the club back to where it was. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
he's great.
Obviously, as you've mentioned obviously being a part of the academy. What is your sort of role in that?
So I'm head of the whole academy. So literally, what I'm doing, obviously, you've had a couple of boys go there like Matty and Tuba and Zach and
some of them,
which are good players. Just give them the chance to get in through the door. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So obviously do the scholar with us, and then we push them into training with the first team. They need to do 11v11. We bring them in, and if the manager likes them, obviously they sign them, and hopefully they come through the door. Which at the minute, no one's really pushed them. Do you know what I mean? Like in the first team management, where I think they could have done a lot better. But now, like I say, with this Damien in and Kevin that in now, hopefully we can get a few through the door. Do you know what I mean? And that's what football's about, bringing homegrown people through the door. Do you know what I mean? Look at Kylo. They've had one. He's gone to Tottenham. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he didn't really play first team football, did he? Do you know what I mean? He only played
in the academy.
Really. But they're all more people we can get through and get trusted with. More, I think that there will be someone that's going to come through that door soon who's going to just set their world alight. Do you know what I mean? There will be someone, and that's what we want to do. So to provide the first team with young quality players.
Yeah. And obviously, you've now in terms of your football, you've moved on to Havant. You went with Drury and Mags. Why did you choose to go to Havant?
Do you know what? Obviously, when all this thing was going on with Ebbsfleet and when we played Sutton, it's funny because Doswell rang me straight away and he was like, "Mate, you're at Ebbsfleet next year, are you?" I was like, "Well, yeah, I've got another year." He went, "No, you ain't." I was like, "I have." He's like, "No, Gary's getting rid of you." I went, "Is he?" I went, "Cheers, mate." He went, come to Sutton. Do you know what I mean? So, yes, it was literally just like that, really. Like, I agreed to go to Sutton with him on the phone. I said, well, and I knew it was coming, like I said to you earlier. It was always coming. We was all going to be out the door, all the old heads from like 2 years previous, apart from the ones who had obviously another contract. So, yeah, I agreed with him. And then literally, I think it was like 2-3 weeks later, I see on the thingy that he's left Sutton. I'm thinking, oh my God, he's killed me here. Like, what's going on? So I rang him up and he's going, like, you can't say nothing. I'm going to Havant, Waterlooville. Like, I want to be at home and I've travelled so many miles for years and years at Sutton. I just need to be at home, closer. He said, so do you fancy coming to Havant? And I was thinking, good God, that's like a 2-hour drive. That's on an easy day. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then when he said who he wants to sign as well over this way, I just thought, yeah, do you know what? There's a car school once a week, travel between us. It ain't too bad. Do you know what I mean? And like I say, it was that thing again of players he was trying to sign and things like that. I was like, mate, yeah, that bit great squad. And to be honest, I think if we'd have finished our 8 games on, we'd have won the league because we was at that momentum when we had our blip. And I think Wilstone were going to go through their blip in them last bits because I think they lost one, drew one, won one. The last 3 games, we won all our 3 against tough oppositions as well. But people probably think we had dropped points, but we didn't. So I think we'd have gone and won it, to be fair.
Obviously, looking after football, are you looking to get into coaching or management in the future?
Yes, like I say now, I spoke to Doswell and I am gonna go part time now. Like I'm coming up to 37.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go 2 nights a week. And obviously with all this going on, he's so honest, Paul Doswell. Like he's not one of them just leaves you. He's rung every single player and said, look, this is the situation. You're not going to get the money that you're getting before because of all this. And I think a lot of clubs are going to be exactly the same, mate. But he was honest with it and he was like, I don't expect you to take a pay cut as much as what we're going to have to do for you to travel down. And from then on, it just made my mind up. Do you know what? I'm going to go and get the academy by the scruff of the neck. Because obviously, where I was full-time, I've got a full member of staff there that's doing it all for me. Do you know what I mean? And I'll go in and out every other day. So now I can just be there every day and concentrate more on that and be more involved with the club. Do you know what I mean? To push it a bit more. So I'll just go and train Tuesday, Thursday night somewhere and go and play somewhere. Who's part-time.
Yeah, we've run out of questions. Do you want to go for your best 11 and just talk through it?
Best 11?
Yeah.
It's bad because I've done the props the other day. I've done my best 11.
Oh, yeah, I saw that video, yeah.
And, well, after I'd done it, I was thinking, mate, I've left him out. How have I left him out? How have I not even put myself in?
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that anyway. But I think, yeah, so my number one is, listen, there was 3 goalkeepers that have been magnificent, like unbelievable. Like Stuart Nelson, Paolo Gazzaniga and Nathan Ashmore. Like Nathan is the best shot stopper I've ever seen. Like he's ridiculous. He shot like you've seen it yourself.
Yeah,
he's the same. He makes you 20 points a season as a goalkeeper. The saves he makes.
Yeah.
He's like frightening. And I don't know how he's not played higher, to be fair. Like you look at Boreham Wood, where they were before he went there.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? They were like near the bottom, and then they're up near the playoffs. Yeah. I mean, that's just a goalkeeper. That's how good he was. But the one I'm going with is Paolo Gazzaniga.
Yeah, he's done really well.
He's the Spurs number 2. Like he just had everything, mate. His kicking was the reason I put him over Ash, because he can go left or right, both feet, ping it out. The amount of assists he got when I was playing at Gillingham, from just him like sign winding and putting you in, was just frightening. And that's the reason why he's playing in the Prem. You know what I mean? He's a Premiership goalkeeper. So yeah, I've gone with Paolo. Right back, I've gone Barry Fuller. He's I tried to get him at Ebbsfleet, before he signed at Gillingham, and he was best left back, mate. Like honestly, he got everything. You can have wing back or right back, and he'd be 9 out of 10 every week. Like he's determined. He's pace at his age still. Like he's so fit. But no, I've never seen like anyone dominating 1v1. Not ever. That's how good he is. I've gone centre half, John Egan, Sheffield United. Gillingham, when he first he got released from Sunderland and come to Gillingham. Like he's not big. He's not like a big centre half. He's an actual ball player. Do you know what I mean? He's got a bit of everything. But
quite far forward, doesn't he?
Yeah, he can drive out with the ball. He can head it. For a small lad, he ain't massive. Like both my centre halves ain't massive, but the way they leap and get above people is like, I'm thinking, how do you jump that high? Do you know what I mean? So yeah, John Egan with 100%, and then Adam Barrett, left centre half. He was my skipper at Gillingham. Just actual leader, mate. Proper leader. He don't mess around it, and he's the same. Like for an old fella, who's much older than him. I think he's like 39 or something now, 40. He might be 40, but he was like 36, 37. Fit as hell, like proper fit. He was doing pre-season running. He was up there at the front, and he's the same. He drives out with it, and I was thinking, God, mate, you get back. You're too old now. You can't be doing that. No, you're going to get back, but he always get back. But yeah, he was different class, mate. Left back, I've gone Danny Jackman. Smallest geezer I've ever seen in football, but my good God, he had the best left foot ever, and he scores well. He can score. Like for a left back, he was 30, 40 yards. He's banging them top bins. So I mean, that's how good his left foot was. But yeah, he was quality, mate. He's such a good lad as well. Proper good lad. So I've gone 4-1-3-2, by the way, formation. So I'm going to put sitting in there it was Stephen Gregory on in the box. Stephen Gregory, but I've changed it to Andy Frampton. Reason is as well because he wasn't technically better than Stephen Gregory, but Stephen Gregory in that position was frightening. But he just had everything. Andy Frampton, he was like a proper horrible, like off the pitch, best geezer ever, like really nice, but on the pitch he was horrible. And that's why I put him in there, to have a bit of nasty in him. And it's like Dean Rance, like he's an older version of Dean Rance. He's an older version of Dean Rance. That's what he is. Do you know what I mean? Dean's coming at his peak now as well. And I think Dean's going to do something, I think. Someone's going to take a punt on him.
Yeah. Well, he's also captain now.
Yeah, he's your captain now, isn't he? Yeah. So, yeah, I've gone Andy Frampton there. The three I've gone on the right, Bradley Dack. Mate, if he don't go to Premiership, I don't know. Like, he reminds me a bit like Grealish, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he struggled a bit of injuries at Blackburn, I think.
Well, he just had a really bad one, didn't he, on telly?
Yeah.
Before this company, he's crucial on it, I think. He's done. But yeah, listen, mate, he can score goals, he can get in the bar, he sets up goals. He's got everything. Literally, like, everything you can think of. And he's an example to young lads, do you know what I mean? Like, he got released at Charlton because he was too small. He was at Gillingham with us, and he was going to get released at Gillingham. And then Martin Allen just said, no, how can he get released? He scored 23 goals in the youth team from midfield. And then Martin Allen just took a punt on him, and just his career's just gone bang. Do you know what I mean? So he never give up. Do you know what I mean? So these young lads, when they get released and that, they should never give up. You just got to keep going. So the centre, I've gone with Andy Drury. Obviously, you know, old jukebox.
Yeah.
That man can do things with a ball that he don't. Do you know what? He gets so, and Jukesy, he's so underrated. Like, if you've not got him in your team, you struggle. But, like, when I've played with him, like, people say to me, just, like, strolls around. Like, you probably think it, shouldn't you? Like, you've seen him.
Yeah,
it's like, but he does, mate. Things he does, and the things he does with a ball, I have not seen anyone like it, mate, honestly.
Well,
like, he makes pass.
Well, when he came in that jet on the National League South season, we went unbeaten. And as he put that ball into Darren McQueen, we got us promoted. So
yeah, honestly, he does things that you just think, good God, like, he might not do nothing for 60, 70 minutes, but he'll make a pass or open someone up, and it's like, oh my God. Do you know what I mean? It's like, he's that sort of player. And obviously I played him at Havant, and things he's done. Like, when he first come, we played pre-season in at Havant, I was on I'd done my MCL, so I was out injured, and I used to sit in the dugout still. And the boys that have not seen him, and things he was doing, they was like, oh my God, what has he just done there? I was like, mate, that ain't nothing. You wait. That's the sort of player he is. But he just, I don't know why, but fans never warmed to him. Do you know what I mean? As much as they should.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's personality or because he does look like he's so funny. He's like, everything's banter. He just literally fucks around all the time.
I think when you watch football, like as an Ebbsfleet fan, when I was watching it, you know, you sort of come off of the game and you don't see the little things. You're just watching the game. But obviously he's doing things, you know, off the ball, and, you know, you just don't see that. And then, you know, that's why he's so underrated, because you don't see them little things he does.
No, yeah. It's like, it's been like that all his life, mate.
Mm.
And when he retires, then people realise how good he was.
Yeah, yeah.
How much he's missed. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, when he weren't playing with us at Havant, like, you can tell you miss him. Because he's the one that gets the ball down and passes. He's your ball player, do you know what I mean? So, yeah. And another one on my left side, he was the same. I think he's underrated as well. But this year he's had a great season with you, isn't he? Miles Weston.
Oh yeah,
he's
he's been quality this season. I think main reason why we could have been caught adrift, but he scored just solo goals at time. We just kept playing it on the left, and he'd run and try and create something for us, because we couldn't create anything really.
Yeah. And he was the same. When he first came to Gillingham, he set the world alight, man. He was like, he was our missing puzzle for us to win the league. We needed someone on that left that can drive at people, run at them, get crosses in, and I don't know how many crosses he got in from me, mate. It was unbelievable that season. And I think when he come to Ebbsfleet, when he first come, I was like, I used to speak to him, saying, "What's up with you, mate? Like, you're nowhere near as what you was 4 years ago. What are you doing?" And then I think we started seeing it in that, obviously, year we got lost in the playoffs towards the end. He started settling in, started getting used to that level, because I found it hard coming from League One to the Conference South. The first few months, I was like, what the hell? I thought it'd be easy because I played in that league, but it's so hard. Do you know what I mean? Because you've got, in the Football League, you've got a little bit more time. People are like more clever. Do you know what I mean? So they won't come touch tight to you. You can turn, you can find a pass. Do you know what I mean? But they're in a position where it's hard to break them down. It's where the Conference South even said to me, he went, mate, you can't even get time to turn. I'll get the ball and I'm getting smashed. And I'm, well, you've got to adjust. I said, I had to do it. So you have to adjust so much in your game. So yeah, Miles Weston, mate, he's on his day, he wins a game on his own. That kid.
Yeah, he's done it a few times for us this season where he's just. I think we've just gained points just by him just being on top form, and that's why we still have a chance of staying up.
Yeah. Shame it's gone, really, isn't it?
Yeah. But he's back with McMahon at Dagenham now, so we hopefully he does well there as well.
Dagenham Fleet, wasn't it?
Yeah, he assisted you a few goals there as well in that game.
Bromley and Dagenham have been the ex-Ebbsfleet teams.
Bromley took all of our players.
We're starting to get some of their we're starting to turn it back with Bromley. We're getting a few on loan. We had a few on loan this season, but they're not as good as Bushy, Cheek, and Coulson.
Yeah, we lost a few. Yeah,
he's another one. Coulson, mate. On his day, he's frightening.
That header at Tranmere, that goal, to be fair, was like we weren't in that. We weren't really getting that many attacks, and then Jack Powell across for Coulson. That header was a brilliant goal.
Yeah. He seemed to just score good goals.
Yeah, mate. On his day, he was frightening. I still don't reckon there was nothing wrong with his back in that game after he scored.
Oh yeah, he went off, didn't he?
I tell him you're melt. I always tell him you're melt, mate.
Miles came on.
Yeah, scored a goal. I thought I've done my job. I'm going off.
Yeah.
He's another one, mate. He was different class, but on his day, there was some players in there, mate, that I've left that on their day they were really good. Like Painey, when I was at Gillingham with him, he was unbelievable, man.
Yeah, he was. He's another one of those guys, like you said with Jury. You can't when he's gone, you don't notice what the little bits he does. He's like, he broke stuff down, but then also he went forward quite well as well. Yeah,
it's three of them, mate. Painey, Dean Rance, and Juicy, all the same. Without them, you don't realise how much you miss them. Do you know what I mean? Like I used to get myself, mate. Like people say, mate, when you players come to me, we need you back in. Like, I don't think we realise how much importance you are. You know what I mean? So, in sort of players, you don't realise until they're gone, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But up front, I've gone Matty Godden. I had a great partnership with him at Ebbsfleet, obviously. He's bright. He's finishing, mate. Do you know what? Not even his finishing, just his brain. He's always at the right. He's always there. Do you know what I mean? No matter what, like, I played with players over years, even at Havant this year, and it frustrates you. Like, you flick a ball and there's like 10 headers, I'm going to win 8 of them. Like, no matter what, I'm going to win at least 8 or maybe 7. And players don't get on the end of them. Do you know what I mean? They just wait and wait. Oh, I could have got there. When Matty Godden, no matter what, how many times, he would still run. He'd always make that run. And I never used to have to tell him where I'm going to head it. Inside out, over the top, or down the wing. He just knew where I was going to head it at. He knew the style of things of... So I say to him, how do you know where I'm going to head it? He goes, I can tell by the way you jump. That's how clever he is. He said, if you jump straight, I know you're going to flick straight. If you go to the side, I know you're going to flick it inside. That's how clever he was. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you can't teach that.
Mate, he's got a ridiculous amount of goals that season.
Oh, mate, he's finished. Even in training, like, he's finishing. He's frightening. Like, he's unbelievable, mate. I used to think, he'd have 8 shots in training, 7. He's scoring 7 of them from all stupid angles. You know what I mean? And I used to think, how are you playing Conference South, mate? Like, proving it now, isn't he?
Yeah, well,
Do you know what I mean?
They're close to. Well, I think if they would have carried on, they would have been in the Championship. So hopefully they do actually get there.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, 3 saves anyway, and he's a good lad as well. He's a good lad. Heart of gold. So the other one I've gone with, I am leaving myself out. I've gone for just 2 quality players, mate, like goal finishers. John Main, like Matty Godden. I said Matty Godden's a good finisher. This boy, mate. Honestly, if he started football at a young age, he definitely played in the champ. 1,000,000%. That's how good he was as a finisher. Like, he come on the scene very late at Tunbridge. I think he was like 24, 25. And then Wimbledon, and then obviously 2 years, 3, well, I think he had 4 years there, but my last year in the conference, he had bad injuries, which killed him. But honestly, mate, he's the same. He's just such a good reader of the game and finishing. He was both feet, though. Like, he was that good. Do you know what I mean? That's well, before he went to Wimbledon, he got 30-something goals, didn't he, in a season, 34. He's got it tattooed on him as well. Okay, how bad is that? Crazy, isn't it? But yeah, I've just gone for 2 goal scorers up front, mate. But with the quality behind of them 3, and I think they'd be playing in the Prem, mate. That team played. Yeah.
So yeah, that's we're out. Thanks for that, Danny.
No worries.
Hopefully lockdown is relieved, and yeah, we just want to say thank you for coming on.
No worries.
Video. And yeah, big thank you for Danny for coming on.